Hi, my name is Yvonne Peterson, and I want to talk to you today about classroom management. Classroom management is defined as having rules in place to create a safe environment where students feel free to engage in whole group, pairs, and or individual discussions. Effective classroom management strategies are embedded in classroom procedures, and everyone is held accountable for following rules and guidelines and for modeling appropriate behaviors. So, what are outcomes? What happens or what can be achieved when classroom management strategies are effectively implemented in a classroom? Clear and concise rules help to establish and maintain a positive school climate. Instruction is able to flow smoothly. Higher levels of student engagement are evident. Students assume ownership for learning, and students feel safe. What does success look like in a classroom where effective classroom management strategies are implemented with fidelity? Here are some helpful tips to implement effective classroom management strategies, maintain high expectations for all students, greet all students with a smile, be consistent and fair, provide clear and concise communication, collaborate with students to set agreed upon norms, provide flexibility in classroom management procedures and restorative practices, and use tiered responses to behavioral concerns. And lastly, we have video clips and visuals for you to really have a better understanding of how to implement classroom management strategies in your classroom. So to begin with, John Hattie's video, How to Improve Learning in the Classroom, one of his tips is if students travel from classroom to classroom and procedures are completely different in each class, it creates an issue for them where they're unsure or unclear on what the expectations are because they change from class to class. So it is helpful that there be consistency maintained and modeled throughout the school. What all teachers should know. This is what these are four tips that teachers who are effective classroom management strategists, this is what they do. This is what they all have in common. So helpful video. Managing disrespect in the classroom, helpful tips because we all know we encounter disrespect from time to time. Building relationships with students. This is spoken from a high school teacher's perspective. Map consequences for challenging students basically speaks to having a map or having a plan. When students misbehave, you already know what you're going to do so you don't get flustered and lose control. Rocket Kids, that is a student speaking from her perspective about how to show respect. We know that in any classroom we can have passive, assertive, and aggressive students. So not only is it important to communicate verbally what our expectations are, but it's also helpful to have anchor charts which serve as a written and a visual means of communication so students understand what the expectations are. This is a relationship building strategy called Count Me Down, where students are encouraged to think about three things that they can share about their family, two challenges they're currently facing, and one goal or dream that they have. When sharing this information with others or their peers, it helps to build respect because they get to understand that people have differences and that it also helps to build empathy for others. And then we know that when students misbehave, they need some downtime and some reflection time. So this is a form that could be used, and there are numerous forms on the internet where students can reflect on the reasons for their behavior, describe their behavior, and what are the consequences for their behavior. You can click here to see the actual form in its entirety, and there's another example from a different school district of ways that students can be held accountable. I hope this video has been very helpful. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.